What's going on, everyone? Scott here. Welcome back to the channel. So, The Bachelor Season 29 premiere on Monday night kicked off Grant Ellis' journey to find love this season on The Bachelor. Obviously, we met Grant last year on Jen's season of The Bachelorette. Unfortunately, did leave heartbroken for Grant, but he gets a second chance of love this season on The Bachelor. Now, before we do jump in to the recap for episode 1, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down there. More Bachelor content on the channel throughout the season. We'll have recaps of every single episode, have other content more than likely throughout the season as well, so just make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video all season long. So kicking off the episode, we meet Grant's family, who we heard about on Jen's season as well, gets a nice one-on-one chat with his dad, and love the emotion from Grant early on, being vulnerable with his emotions, letting everyone, kind of know into how he's feeling. Hope he can keep that up throughout the season. A lot of times that's been a lot of Bachelor's problems in the past, not being able to fully get their emotions out. But Grant seems pretty in check with that, and hopefully he'll be able to let that show throughout the season. Now, first one out of the limo at the mansion is Rose, a registered nurse, and she says, "Will you be the first to accept this, Rose?" Thought that was a good line coming out. Latia as well, one of the first out of the limo, our preseason winner pick, actually, if you watched our preseason preview and predictions. But she brings out a sparkly basketball, says, "I suck at basketball, but I'll bring the sparkle and you can bring the skill." Thought that was a good, cool line for our winner pick here coming out of the limo. Janae, another Final Four pick for us, comes out, does the LeBron powder chalk toss, says that, like you, my first love was basketball and hopefully we're each other's last love. Thought that was a good line as well. Carolina from Puerto Rico comes out, speaking some Spanish to Grant. Seems like he's hanging in there for a minute till she goes into about a paragraph long monologue and he doesn't know a word, just says "see." Her last boyfriend apparently was a DJ. Said, "Moment of silence. How dumb could I be?" Thought that was funny. Ellie Joe pulls up in a Jeep and some Jersey pizza. Dina from Chicago, one of 11 kids. Sheesh. But she's an attorney, as we said, from Chicago. Alex shows up with a llama. Linda, no drama llama Linda, our Canadian of the season. Apparently, Natalie was spit on by a llama as a kid, so not fond memories for her when the llama makes her way into the house. Serafina brings in a giant Grant head. Kylie brings in salsa, because Grant likes the salsa. Again, just going over a few of the limo entrances. Obviously, would have seen those, but Vicky pulls up with a nightclub sign in a convertible. She works at a nightclub. I think it's set in Vegas. Zoe with the t-shirt cannon. They shoot them over the house, landing everywhere in the backyard. One of the ladies actually did put one on as well. I thought that was great. A couple of them, one of them landed in the pool at least for sure. But Grant comes in, lets his intentions known, just straight out at the back, that wants to be a husband, wants to be a father, and then asks them what love means to them. And he explains what love means to him. Thought that was a good way to start the season. Just set your intentions, and as we said, just being able to communicate throughout the process, I think, will be big, and I think that'll be something that Grant will be able to do, similar to how Joey and Zach did the previous two Bachelor seasons. Operation Bob for Bailey was a success. Brings out a nice wig for Grant to throw on as they take some selfies. I thought that was funny. First kiss actually goes to Alicia, even though she says she doesn't kiss on the first date, but she still gets the first kiss of the season. Juliana and Grant play the piano. He comments on her personality, and she secures the second kiss of the night. Carolina and Grant hit it off as well. Seems like they hit it off outside in the limo entrance as well. But he respects her, seeming like she didn't want to fully jump in for a kiss and, all that. Night one. Respects that, but overall still have a good conversation, it seems like. Janae and Grant shoot some hoops on the driveway, and make sure you watch your step out there, though, with the heavily watered down driveway. The girls are talking. Well, it feels like there won't be much drama. Everyone's kind of on the same page. Then a lady shows up, gets out of the limo, and struts right through over to Grant. Thankfully, it's his sister. No one else joining the cast here, but all the ladies breathe a sigh of relief there. She kind of takes over the room, gives a little presentation on Grant, tells the basically story of Grant growing up. Jesse assists with some baby pictures of them growing up, but she sticks around and chats with the girls as well. I thought that was cool. Get to kind of mingle, see where all the girls are at, give Grant any insight that she can, and kind of feel out where everyone is at, and let his intentions be known. Make sure there's not any bad apples in the group, at least from night one. Our girl Latia gets a kiss as well. I think we're up to 3 now on the night, if my count was right. Not to Joey and Zach numbers yet. They they were at 7, I believe, night 1. But we're moving, and we're moving there fast. Jesse brings in the first impression rose with a twist that the lady who gets the first impression rose also gets the first one-on-one date. And I like this twist because sometimes you get the first impression rose and then you kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit, and maybe don't get a one-on-one or some more significant time for another 2-3 episodes. I mean, I think back, was that Matt James's season where Abigail, loved Abigail, she gets the first impression rose, and then kind of it went a little bit. I don't remember exactly when she did get a one-on-one, but it just seemed kind of like, as fans, absolutely loved her. She was one of my favorite from Matt's season. But just kind of that's first example that came to me. You kind of get the first impression rose, but then it's like, oh, I established this relationship with you, and then some other one-on-ones happen, and then whatever, and then it's like, oh yeah, let me revisit this connection. So I kind of like this twist, and I kind of hope they continue this in the future. Kind of just keeping those vibes from night 1 going. But Alex and Grant get to talk, and she's hilarious. A ball of energy. Grant seems to vibe with her really well. She tries to teach Grant some French, and they close it out with a French kiss, oui oui. But our final 2 women that we predicted before the season have secured a night 1 kiss. That's a good start, good sign so far, for us at least. But Vicky gets a kiss as well. We're at 5 now, quickly approaching those Joey and Zach numbers here, Grant. And Zoe makes it 6. A minute later. So 1 off of the 7. Grant thinks Natalie is a keeper as well. They have a really nice chat, and it seems like Grant is really gravitating towards the women who are all about kids and about family, and that definitely lines up with what he said that he's looking for and being intentional with that, and he's showing that here night 1. But Grant makes the first move on Rose as well, who was the first one out of the limo. If we remember back to the beginning of the episode, they're making clay rings as well, but he makes the first move afterwards and gives her a kiss as well. So congrats, Grant. You have tied Joey and Zach now with the most kisses for night 1 at 7. But I'm sure he'll love to look back after this and share that title, hopefully with a fiance that's understanding after this. But Alex gets the first impression rose, so also the first one-on-one. So let's go. Our Canadian gets the first, and one of our final 2 gets the first impression rose and first one-on-one. So, oh, Canada. Okay, moving on. But Latia gets the first rose at the rose ceremony as well. Solid start, as we said, for our final 2. But the rest of the rose ceremony, ladies get the roses. And for our, at least, preseason predictions, if you watch that video, half of our final 4 goes home. Night 1, Janae and Kylie, our other 2 that had in the final 4, they both do not receive a rose night 1, and they are heading home, unfortunately. But on the bright side, our other 2, as we said, off to an incredible start. First impression rose and first rose at the rose ceremony. So we're in a good spot there. But the other women who did go home as well, Christina, Kelsey, Nisi, Radhika, and Savannah. I hope I said all their names right. But they all unfortunately go home night 1, as well as Janae and Kylie, as we said. But Jesse walks Linda the llama out for the night. Time to go to bed. And then we get the trailer for the season. It seems like some pretty nasty drama. We really hadn't had any drama last season of The Bachelor. Joey's season did a good job. Didn't really have any. And Zach's season, there was a little bit, but not too much, really. And, I know this is kind of the editing, probably, and, hopefully it's not as bad as it seems, but it even seemed like one of the girls was lying about something that Grant said, and the girl, I forget who it was, brought it up to Grant, and Grant's like, I didn't say this, and like whatever. So just kind of wild, like some of the stuff that was in that trailer. But thought it was a good trailer. Did show some good times along the way, and hopefully a happy ending for Grant in the end. And it seems like we kind of got a little more, to the story at the end of this, kind of unfolding some more clips. We saw that he was Jesse talking to him in the preseason trailer for the season, that he seemed really, conflicted at the final 2, like he didn't know. And Jesse's like, have both women on standby. I just need to know which one to send first. And in this trailer, we get him talking to his dad, and it's like, it seems like on the day of, you can infer, and he's like, I have an hour to decide which one of these women I want to propose to, and I don't know what I'm going to do. And then he's dressed up in his suit. He's like, I have a ring. I don't know who I'm going to propose to as well. I can't decide between these 2 women. Then you hear the producers saying, like, we got to get going here. And then we see even more of Jesse talking to him, being like, they're both on their way here now. really need to know what we're doing here and who we're sending first. So really excited to see the ending of this, but either way, it looks like a good journey along the way. Hope it works out. Not too much drama for Grant as well. Seems like a pretty good group of women that he has in the house so far. It seems like there definitely could be, and from the trailer, seems like there could be a couple of problems, drama, and hopefully, I think Grant can do a good job of sniffing that out early, not letting it get too bad as the trailer might seem. And I think he can do a good job of sniffing that out and snuffing that torch or that fire, if you will. If to those of you who fans of the channel know that we're fans of Survivor here, to kind of blend the two, kind of put that fire out and keep the focus on finding love, which is what everyone's supposed to be here for, and hopefully everyone is here for Grant's sake and all the women's in the house sake as well. But anyway, as we said, looks like an intriguing ride. As we said, just a quick note here. Final four, if you watch my predictions, 2 of the 4 are already gone, as we said, but feel really good about the other 2 that we have there. So not going to make any changes right now because my final 2, were the 2 that still stayed. So I'll stick with that right now. But anyway, as we said, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll have recaps after every episode this season. We'll have some other content as well as some more storylines unfold throughout the season. So just make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that content here on the channel. But anyway, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.